Yes, you may have seen in a few of my videos, there's a sneaky little gray Pontiac Solstice hiding in the background. Well, it's true. We have a 2007 Pontiac Solstice GXP. My dad bought it last year off eBay from a vehicle reseller in California, and it was delivered by SEMA near our home. My dad bought it so quickly, wired the money, and signed the paperwork. Then had it loaded and delivered all within 2 weeks' time. It happened so quickly that I completely slipped his mind and he'd totally forgotten to tell my mom he even purchased it. Apparently, it couldn't pass emissions in California, so it went for cheap. My dad paid $3,500 for it. Remember this number, because we're going to start running a tally in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Of course, delivery wasn't free. He paid a total of $831 to have it transferred from Los Angeles to Tampa. But the Solstice wasn't perfect. You may have noticed my dad walking around in some of my videos. Well, while I was working on my Fiero, he was working on the Solstice. The Solstice did run, but it had some slight front end damage. The intercooler was pushed up, damaging several of the brackets in the front end and misaligning the front bumper. The intercooler also had a lot of curb rash and a puncture in one of the tubes. So he disassembled the front end and dropped the intercooler off at a local aluminum welder to patch it up and pressure test it. Meanwhile, he began disassembling the engine compartment because the motor was covered in oil. Unfortunately, as he dug into the car, he found more and more problems. A stud was broken on the turbo, which caused it to leak exhaust gases. So he bought a new turbo. But before he could do that, he needed to buy new hood shocks so that the hood would stay up. But before he could do that, he had to actually get the hood open, and since the hood cables were broken, he needed to buy new hood cables. Okay, back to the engine. He discovered that the turbo's oil return line was leaking, causing it to dump oil all over the engine, so he replaced that. But before he did that, he knew he needed to replace the coolant seals, so he also did that. But then, he also figured he should clean up the coolant distribution block, and might as well replace the seals there too, and the thermostat. So he did that too. But then, he also noticed there was a slight misfire, and there were 4 different kinds of bolts holding down the ignition coils. So he removed all of them and figured then he'd check out what's under the valve cover. He discovered that oil had leaked all over the back of the engine and then figured out why. The rear of the valve cover gasket was installed improperly. So he replaced that and then bought all new brand new high performance ignition coils. By this point, he'd finally gotten the intercooler back from the welder. It wasn't free. So he started putting everything back together, reused the old brackets, hammered them out and painted them, then reinstalled the intercooler. But while he was putting everything back together, he noticed the power steering reservoir was leaking, so he replaced that too. Last but not least, he replaced the AC dryer accumulator, replaced the seals, changed the valves, and recharged the entire AC system on the Solstice. It now blows ice-cold AC! Or does it? Nope, we discovered that the blend door actuator was broken, so it was stuck in the heat position, so he replaced that too. Now it blows ice-cold air, but all the vents are broken, so he replaced those. But the battery keeps dying? Sounds like a parasitic drain, so he spent an hour checking on the resistance of each circuit and narrowed it down to a failed OnStar module in the rear view mirror, so he replaced that. With the motor running well, he patched and repaired the remaining front components, painted them, cleaned and repaired the nose, replaced the wheel liners, which completely fell apart when he removed them, and then put everything back together. My dad could finally take a breather. There were so many times during this process where he thought to himself, this could be so much easier with a nice V6. But that's not all. the headlights are dirty and oxidized, so he started sanding them down so he could polish them out. With the car now back together, he discovered that there was a grinding sound in the front left. Turns out the wheel hub was failing, so he replaced that too. But then, he didn't like how the new wheel hub looked with the old brake rotors, and since the Solstice wasn't braking right, he replaced all 4 rotors and pads and rebuilt the calipers and painted them red. The car was now running really well, and the AC was working, so my mom wanted to drive it. What's interesting is that my dad actually had a Solstice back in the day before I was born, and my mom liked it too, but she could never see over the dash. And this Solstice has power adjustable seats, which weren't working. So he started on the interior. But before he could do that, he had to fix the exterior door handles, which he replaced. We could get in the car, but not out of the car, so he replaced the inside door handles too. And then the lock pulls. At this point, my dad got really mad and completely gutted the interior. Our neighbors and my mom thought he was nuts. But fear not, he found $2.87. We also found a magnetic tray under the passenger seat with a picture of Marilyn Monroe on it, which has to be at worst like $5 at least. So, with the interior gutted, he began replacing and repairing everything, starting with the rubber inner shift boot. He hammered out some floorboard dents, replaced both the turn signal and wiper stalks, both of which were broken, replaced all the speakers, pressure washed the carpets and hung them to dry in the garage. He even pressure washed the seats. Yeah, I know. Then reinstalled all of it, and the dash, along with a replacement leather steering wheel with working buttons. Then he replaced and glued the leather shift boot, and then installed it. Then he completely rebuilt the seats, along with a new driver's side seat cushion, along with additional seat foam padding. He even replaced the seat sensor for the passenger side seat, and used his new GM Tech 2 scanner to reset the passenger airbag. And finally, he installed a new driver's side airbag and the Pontiac logo. He then changed the oil and plugs, made sure everything was running well, and replaced the motor mounts for good measure. But that's not all, I also helped. I welded a broken exhaust hanger.
Oh my god.
At this point, my grandparents are probably wondering where they went wrong with their son in money management skills. But fear not, Opa. The going rate for a base Solstice is about $8,000. This Solstice is the most desirable GXP and has every single option ever made available to this cars that year. So we're actually in the black, as they say. Finally, my dad has a nice fun car that he can drive. Or does he? Before you go, don't forget to visit SEMA Action Network and support the hobby. It's imperative that you reach out to your House representative and encourage them to support the Right to Repair Act. Remember, only you can make a difference in the car hobby. Thank you.